Hi, Lacey. How you doing? Okay, these are great. Really, you got it. I mean, that's it. That's the process right there. I think that I think that you were feeding a little too much information to your test subjects at times. You were doing some descriptions and defining areas as opposed to asking questions and allowing the test subject to answer those questions. Um, Not bad though, not bad at all. I think in a couple of areas you kind of were feeding the test subject but for the most part, these videos are great. Really good job on your user testing. I'm so impressed, Lacey. Nice work. Let's see what we have here. Here are a couple of videos from user testing. User testing to evaluate usability, application asking them to perform certain tasks, and great job including um, the criteria. And that goes in your process book as well. So don't forget that. I do want to mention something about the videos too. The videos, you can place the videos right in your process book if you're using PDF to compile the process book when you save it out to PDF. It's really easy to do. All you guys just Google how to embed an MP4 in an InDesign document, and it'll show you how to export it to PDF and everything. The thing is you may have to resize the the actual video itself. And sometimes that entails third-party software, so keep that in mind. Stephen embedded his he embedded his videos in the PDF the process, but you have to download this. Oh, you know what? It looks like Stephen got my comments. The videos embedded in PDF are viewable only through Adobe Acrobat, so you need to download the file, possibly update your Flash player. That's exactly what I experienced, so keep that in mind. Stephen embedded those. I couldn't see them in the PDF, but I realized that I was looking at the PDF through Chrome and not through Acrobat. So I had to download the PDF, open it in Acrobat, and then it worked just fine. It also asked me to update my Flash player. Okay, so just so you know, you can embed videos in your PDF, in your process book. And I don't know if you want to do that. I think it's a really cool idea to do it, but that's up to you. Okay, so before we get to the tasks, I have a couple of questions. Do I need to build a keyboard, or is it assumed that there is one? You know, I've seen both. I've seen testing sessions where the designer says, "Okay, now imagine you typed this criteria and this." And I've also seen it where they've actually had a little cutout of a keyboard. So you say, "Okay, so in your search field." Where would you go to search for a new artist or whatever? And they hit the search field. Then you would lay the keyboard down, okay, and then they would pretend that like they're keyboarding the word in. So I mean, it's an additional step. It's not necessary. I think it's assumed, but if you want to be complete, go right ahead. Essentially, I'm asking because I'm going to be a fully functioning app. Essentially, I'm asking because is this going to be a fully functional app? No, it is not. We're not going to build an app. No, I mean that's outside the scope of this class. In this class, we're learning how to prototype and how to, and that's when I say prototype, I'm saying with the option of including a low fidelity prototype. Um, uh, but so it's basically testing and prototyping is the scope of this class. So should I build in a little features like how to add an artist as a favorite? I certainly don't mind. I'm unclear as to how involved and realistic the final prototype is supposed to be. No, it's not a full-blown app. You don't have to try to reenact every possible scenario. Just pick your test questions, okay? Test those, and that will be the scope of this test. So in other words, no, you don't have to include other minor tasks, okay? Just major tasks, and this would be considered to be the initial first stages of prototyping. Okay, so yes, eventually you're going to start getting detailed. In a real world project, you would build your prototypes, your paper prototypes, test your prototypes, iterate your prototypes, build new paper prototypes, test those, and all with the intent of building um, your click-through prototype. Okay, once you have your click-through prototype, then they would start being more and more detailed, till finally you have a clickable click-through prototype that mimics everything the app does. Okay, but at this stage in the game, absolutely not. That's just outside the scope of the class. Evaluation tasks, that's great. Issues identified, no keyboard, lines in top don't lead, top left don't lead to anything. Those lines in the top left, that's called a hamburger menu. Of course, that it's in as the size of the window shrinks, you have to put navigation somewhere, right? So I would think that your users would know what those mean. Featured galleries is unclear. Can't add a favorite. Chat is too basic. So if you feel those are relevant, then absolutely make changes to your user prototype. Well, I'm sorry, make changes so that those areas are reflected in the final click-through prototype that is due in week 5. Okay. All right. Other than that, I think we're looking fantastic. So you're also working on your click-through prototype, which is due during week 4, and then the process book is due during week 5. Okay. So make sure that all of the recommended topics are included in the process book, and I can show you this right here. This is my week 3 talking points. This is in the announcement, though. Let me see something real quick. I just want to show you this. The week 3 announcement. I believe all of that stuff is located in the week 3 announcement. And of course, for demonstration, of course, my computer is deciding to not cooperate. So let's open announcements. Let's open welcome to week 3, and we can jump down here and see. Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't placed that yet. That will be in the welcome to week 4 announcement, is everything that's due for week 5 in the process book. But it's basically this: statement of intent, definition of the problem, app solution proposal, functions and features, influences, mind maps, research finding. These are influence and mind maps. Those can be optional. Recommended but not required. Research findings, comparative analysis, target audience, persona, scenario, storyboards, scenario, task flow, sitemap, wireframe, sketches of all screens, wireframes, digital, wireframe sketches, photographs of paper prototypes, summary of tasks for usability testing, images or video of testing sessions, written analysis summarizing results of the testing session, digital mockups for all screens, summary of design elements for the process book and mobile app. That's kind of like your summary of your fonts and your colors and other design elements. The final click-through prototype summary, project summary, and then a bibliography, as well as your image sources, etc. Okay, so, and again, I'll post that in the Welcome to Week 4 announcement, so you have that a week early for week 5. Hope that makes sense. Okay, so anyways, yeah, really fantastic job so far. I just love it. Okay, and you know what? I can take a look at your process book if you want. We'll be looking at it next week. So I would like to see your process book at least one more time before you submit it in week 5, just to make sure that everything is in presentation format and it's suitable for placement in your final student portfolio when that time comes. So again, I definitely want to see your process book at one point. If you want to wait till next week, that's fine. If you want to post it here, that's fine too, whatever you're more comfortable with. All right, great job. Thank you very much. Any questions, comments, concerns? You know I'm right here. Thank you.